Hi guys, today we're going to be looking at apostrophes. I know that's a punctuation mark that a lot of us find difficult to use, but although it's tough, bear in mind that if this is something you struggle with, you're probably not alone, as some of these images on the screen right now will show. So this one particularly funny, professional signs with the apostrophe there, and even in newspapers, even they make mistakes from time to time. So you've got two basic rules for apostrophes. The first of which is for possession or for ownership. So an apostrophe can be used to actually show someone owns something or it belongs to them. And we place the apostrophe in that situation between the owner and the S. So for example, Mrs. Whelan's English class, Andrew's iPad, the dog's bones. So the apostrophes there show that the item afterwards belongs to the owner. So this is your first rule. Your second rule is for omission. So when something is omitted, it is missed out. So the apostrophe shows us that there should be a letter or another word there. So in these two examples, I don't want to go to school, we're actually shortening the sentence, I do not want to go to school. And the apostrophe here shows us that we've got some letters missing. Same with the second one, I won't tell anyone. Should be, I will not tell anyone. Now, one thing to be really careful of is plurals. Now, if you've got a plural, it means there's more than one of the thing. And what we usually do is add an S to the end of a word to show that. So, for example, shop and shops. But if we're using apostrophes for possession or ownership, then the apostrophe must go after the plural S, and it shows the reader that it's more than one person or thing that has ownership. It's quite complicated, but it's probably best to have a look at the example. In the first one, we can see that it's the dog's bones, so we know that one dog has a collection of bones. In the second one, the dog's bones, we know because the apostrophe is after the S, meaning there's more than one dog, that it's a collection of dogs who have a collection of bones. So something to look out for and just be careful with. Another time you need to be careful with plurals is that sometimes people think that just because there's an S at the end of a word that it must need an apostrophe. I see these on signs all the time in shops, you know, come and get your tomatoes and it's E apostrophe S, or delicious potatoes and it's E apostrophe S. And so these two examples on the screen are really common mistakes. Now, in the examples on the screen, the S at the end is just showing that there's more than one of something. So I love barbecues, you know, plural, but it doesn't mean that it needs an apostrophe on it. And these are some really common examples we see all the time in student responses that particularly don't and won't and can't. Try to remember these common examples. Okay, have you got it? Have a look at these sentences. Where would you add an apostrophe and why would you do it? Okay, there's your answers. Okay, hopefully you've got that. Best of luck with apostrophes.